Good morning. Welcome to Thursday Thought with Priscilla Wilkinson. Before I get into today's message, I wanted to talk a little bit about the message I did on Friday regarding stress. Overwhelmingly, I received more responses on that particular video probably than any other one that I have done. So I know many of you are dealing with stress, and I know many of you would like to know the scripture references I used. And so what I did, I made up this little sheet. I don't know if you can see it, but here we go. Yeah. So I made this sheet up that has all the scripture references that I used last Friday when I talked about overcoming stress. If you would like a copy of that sheet, would you please just put it in the comments after the video, and I'll be glad to make sure that you get a copy of that. Okay, so on to today's message. So like I said, this is Thursday Thought. And what I want you to think about today, my question for you today is, are you redeeming the time? So of course, for the majority of us, our lives have been turned upside down by this pandemic. Here we are going into, I know for me, 6 months of working from home, 6 months of wearing masks and social distancing and all of that. But my question remains, are you redeeming the time? I want to read to you Ephesians 5, verses 15 through 17, and this is coming out of the New King James Version. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. We know the days are evil. We know this. Are we redeeming the time? Are we making use of the time God is giving us? Understand, time is a gift from God, and none of us know how long we have. But while we are here, we are supposed to be sharing the good news of the gospel, the good news of Jesus Christ. Are we redeeming the time? How are you living your life? Are you focused on things that are temporal, things of the world, or are you focused on Jesus Christ? Are you focused on redeeming the time? Are you making good use of the time that God has given you? No one is promised tomorrow. We're not even promised the end of this day. We don't know what God has in store for us. You remember in Psalm 90:12, it tells us to remember to number our days so that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. We need to redeem the time. We need to live wisely. What are you doing with this precious time that God has given you? Are you wasting your time? Are you throwing away your time seeking after things that have no eternal value? Saints, I want to encourage you to redeem the time. Share the good news. Take care of the poor. Fight for justice. Redeem the time. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2 says, For he says, in an acceptable time I have heard you, and in the day of salvation I have helped you. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Now. Don't wait. Don't waste it. Redeem your time now. Jesus said when he was among us, He said in John 9:4, as long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. Saints, there's going to come a time when you won't be here and you won't be able to do the work of God, to do the work of him who called you. Today is the day to redeem the time. Don't waste your time. As long as it is day, let us work. Let us redeem the time. I pray that you will just go before the Lord today and ask him how to live, how to redeem this precious time he has given you. Have a very, very blessed day.